Um, Hello everyone, and welcome to my first tutorial video. I'm making this video mostly because I've been getting lots of requests from people, or lots of questions from people who are asking me questions like, "Oh, how do I do my animations? Or how do I do my rigging? And how do I do my design? And how do I do my concept?" So I figured that it's best us make like a series where I just like go through everything and explain my process of how I work. I figured that I probably start with rigging for 2D animation in Toonboom because I don't know, I feel as if like on YouTube lately it's really hard to find any tutorial on how to rig characters in Toonboom. So here we go. Uh so over here I have a character I'm gonna rig, Chester, from my web series Best of Us. And you can see right over here that I have my layer set up, and this is the character I've already rigged, Betty. You can see her too. And I can manipulate her like parts of her body, like her legs and arms and stuff. So I'm just gonna show you an example with um Chester right over here. So I really like to start with the head because to me the head is like the most important piece. So when you're rigging, the trick is to um always understand that each piece that's important goes in its own layer, so or in its own little layer. And right now I'm just gonna draw out Chester bit by bit. So in the head it's gonna have like couple pieces, like the eye piece, the eyebrows, and the mouth and jaw piece. I'll explain that in a moment. So because the mouth is gonna be its own piece, well the jaw rather is gonna be its own piece, I'm gonna have to create like this. Well, actually, maybe I may not need to do that because technically his jaw is big enough, but I do want to keep consistent style of animation. So I'm just gonna create the head of its own piece, and the nose is gonna fall under this piece. So right now you can see that my lines are a bit pixely, and it's gonna be really hard to tell if my lines are straight enough and how smooth my lines are from this. So I'm gonna come over here to the layer where I did the drawing, my reference layer. I'm going to decrease the opacity to maybe 45 where it's clear enough. Close. But you see, if I come to my drawing layer, it completely vanishes. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna come over here and make it into yeah, like that. I'm going to remove this background, and so now I can tell how smooth my lines are. I can tell if my line quality is good enough. And so far I just have this small part to clean up here. Mm. So yeah, I have to make sure that the lines look as good as possible. Let's call this the 4 headpiece. Let's create more layers. I said drawing layer, and add and close. And I'm going to put the forehead layer above all of these because like right now it's my main piece. Put the jaw above this too. the mouth. Now, to enable me to really be able to get good acting out of these, I'm going to have to create pieces, individual pieces for the eye. So I'm going to create like the the eye piece, the eye shape piece. This, that way I can give him like lots of variable expressions. Add another one over here. Now, switch back to this. So, but let's get back to the rigging part, shall we? Call this the eye. Create a new layer. Put this one up here. I'm gonna call this the pupil. Now you may ask me why I'm putting the pupil in its own layer, but that's because I want to have like free range to move around the people around the eye, like if it's doing like different, like looking around the room and stuff. That would be like make it easier to animate expression and stuff. Yeah, explains stuff. Now the eyebrows. Each eyebrow is gonna be in its own individual piece, just to make it to give him a wider range of expression. I'm gonna call this brow one. And yeah, over here we're gonna have brow two. And we have the head. And I'm gonna put the head in its own little group. Create a group. Label this head. And now I'm gonna put the head in its own group and drag into it. So now we have our first piece, the head piece. Now after that we're gonna go for the neck. But based on how I designed the character, I'm not really going to do much with the neck. So I'm going to put the neck and the body in one single piece, just because. Or maybe I should not. I'll just put the neck on its own piece, just to make it more interesting. Now, I'm going to have to cover it up and do it this way. That. For this neck. Now it's really important to name your layers, because when you're animating, you really want to like have a grasp of which layers which. You don't want to like get lost in the process of like looking around. It gets really complex at times. If you watch shows like Rick and Morty, I really love the character rigging in Rick and Morty. Although I can't really tell if it's like done in Flash or done in Toonboom. I personally think it's done in Toonboom, but they never really specified which software they use to animate those characters. But the rigging is really well done because it's like a hybrid rigging, and I'm gonna do a video soon about hybrid rigging in Toonboom. It just hybrid rigging is pretty much like a mixture of hand drawn animation and rigged animations or rigged characters. It makes the characters look um more alive, in lack of words. I'm gonna go ahead and speed up this part just to save time on the video. Now, always save your work. It's really important because at times the software can just decide to fuck you over and like lose all your work, and it's really annoying. Now the body. So now let's get. I'm gonna put the body and the neck in the same layer, in the same group. My bad. Or maybe not. Now I'm gonna do the arm piece. Or the first arm. Now the arm piece is a really complex piece because in animation we tend to use the hands a lot when characters are being animated. You have to be really careful of the way you rig them. You have to rig it in such a tricky way to make sure that it doesn't show it's rigged. I feel as if like you have to like really be careful when you're hiding the rigging. So you can see over here, the shoulder part is gonna be one piece of his own, and the lower part is gonna be his other rig of his own. So I'm gonna call this. I'm gonna call this the wrist one, and shoulder one. Okay, add more layers. Now for the palm or the hand, the I'm gonna have to create different hand poses, but I'll show you that in a different video. Just to like ease up the expressions, I guess. Okay, now onto the legs. So now the leg piece is a really funny piece in its own way. It's really similar to the arm, but it just has this section over here, which is gonna be its own piece, and also a really important piece because it's like the butt, and you want to make sure that it also hides the animation really well. So I'm gonna have this over here, the crotch. I'm gonna go up to around here. I'll come this way. Oh, actually, I'm gonna go in a circular piece, a circular manner because in case it turns, I have that ready. Now let's come up here. Call this crotch. Crouch. Okay, now for the right leg. Now this is gonna be a really complex or weird design, and it may affect the way I design the character, but it's okay. Kind of too low for the knee. for. Now for the next piece, because lap. It's gonna be uh, what's ankle. And now for the, so in the animation he's not really gonna be walking much. So or if it was walking, I would have created a piece for this first part and the second part. But since it's gonna be standing most of the time, I'm just gonna create it in one piece. Or one piece anime reference. Cool. Okay. Now I'm gonna put this in another group. Let's call this feet. Close the leg one. I'm gonna grab both the crotch. So I'm just gonna repeat the same thing here for the second leg. So I figure I'm gonna put this part in time lapse. So here we go. Okay, so we have him all rigged up now and all designed and everything. So next part is the coloring part, and the coloring part is in a way a really tricky part because of all the holes and spaces in between. You have to color it in such a way that the colors in a way hide the the lines and hide the edges or what the joints. Yeah. So let's kick off coloring, but let's save first. I'm gonna put all of this in one group called Chester, just to keep it easy and simple. The layer is simple enough. It's that one, which is the front actually. Okay, move all of this to that. There we go. Let's go to him. Let's make 100 and go to this layer. This. Now we're gonna use the eye drop tool over here and pick the colors from him. So we're gonna have the skin, the eyes, and I'm just gonna do the same thing for every color in his body. And here we go. Let's begin coloring him, shall we? The head. Oh my god, sorry. I missed the color. I missed his hair. Alright, here we go. Let's go to Chester. Paint bucket. So you can see I'm gonna go to stroke and I'm gonna select it in such a way that it misses the mouth, the nose, but covers up the line. Click that and see it looks. Eyes, pupils, the brows. Brow one, brow two. There we go. And for Chester. And you see. So I'm just gonna keep on showing you how this is done right here. One thing I really love about rigging characters and creating rigs is that, to be honest, it's kind of bloody fun to me. Um, I just like the fact that I can create a character and I can use it over and over again without having to like withdraw him every single time, every single frame. Because honestly, I like to work fast. I like to work really fast and create so many stuff at the same time. Also, like when you're working in like web series like Best of Us, and people want episodes out every week, you have to like create episodes literally every week, and you can't do that hand run because that'll take like lots of time. But with rigging and with characters that are puppeted, you can just reuse puppets and reuse characters. Simple enough, and it saves you hello time and hello work, I guess. I don't know. I was lazy, but yeah. So I'm just gonna color in the rest of him, and then we can test to see if the rig works good or not. Okay. Okay, and I'm back and I'm done with the rigging. So now let's make sure it's rigged properly and let's make sure it works right. Take this out. Let's take this out and put this. Nope. Sorry. Okay, now we have the scene. We have Chester in the scene. Let's get him put right in the right position, shall we? Let's just get him right. Uh, okay, so let's test the rig, shall we? Let's go up and move the arm. So Gabriel's arm moves right. It looks good. Let's test his um. Alright, this is kind of too high. Let's move it a bit lower. It looks pretty good to me. Um. Alright, let's move this around and see if this works. Yep. Okay, now you see. Now over here we have this going above that, which is really wrong. So we have to move that to its right, where it's meant to be. Let's get this onto behind the leg. So now when we move everything, it's all moving in the right position, I hope. Let's see, shall we? Oh, bloody hell. That's weird. Okay, there we go. Okay, now it should work. There we go. So now everything moves. So now everything moves in the right position, the right way, which is really good. Alright, guys. So thank you for watching this video, and thank you for um staying tuned to my channel and listening to me talk, which is probably really hard for you guys. But so let me know if you want more videos like this, and I'll probably do a part 2 video where I actually where I actually animate him, and you can watch that video soon. And if you want to see that video, just help me by sharing this video and subscribing to my channel. And yeah, and I'm hoping to do more videos like this in the future. Thank you so much. Bye bye.